Hello everyone, how we doing today? I am here today with a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've actually been wanting to do it since I started college. And what it is it's a program that I developed to help me stay organized in college. Basically, it syncs my files, my assignments and things that I need for college. So I want to show you how to do it. It takes a little bit of work to set up, but once it's set up, it's pretty fantastic. It helps me out a lot, so I just wanted to share it. So what you want to do is you need a flash drive. This is my flash drive right here. Any flash drive will do. Mine's rather large, 120 gigabyte, just because I have a lot of information on it. And what you want to do is you want to assign a static drive letter to your flash drive. So basically, like when you insert a flash drive into a computer, you know, like right now it's F, but if I take it out and then put it back in, it'll still be F because I assigned it that way. But a lot of times if you don't assign it, then you know, you could pop it in and it could be X, or it could be D, or it could be S, you know. So you want to assign a static drive letter, and you want to do that on the PC where you do all of your schoolwork. So whether it's a laptop or a desktop, this is what you want to do. Go down here to search and type change drive letter. Disk management, there you go. Create and format hard disk partitions. We have this here. And then you'll go down to your flash drive, which in my case is this one right here. You can click this, right click on it, and you want to go to change drive letter and paths, and then you can change which drive letter you want it to be, but I want to keep mine F, but you can assign it to any one. And then once you do that, every time you pop that flash drive into the PC you assign it on, it will have that drive letter. So that's the first step. And once you have that done, you're also going to want to make sure, I use Google OneDrive, or not Google OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive, I'm sorry. Microsoft OneDrive, which is right down here. If you're using Windows 10, which most computers do nowadays, you'll already have Microsoft OneDrive installed. If you don't, you can just come up here, you can go to Google and type install OneDrive and go to the download, and you can download it here. So there's that. But once you install that, it's likely, so you want to right click on this little icon down here and go to settings. It's likely that when you set up Windows 10, if you linked your Microsoft account, then your Microsoft account that you use to set up Windows 10 is going to be automatically linked to your OneDrive. Okay, so you're going to want to unlink it with this option here, and then you can add your student account, your student email, which mine is right here. So your student email, or it doesn't have to be, it can be any Microsoft email account that you want to store your college files. So I just used my my EDU college email address. So once you have that set up, okay, and it'll actually show up over here. You can have OneDrive right here, and it has all your files right here in your File Explorer on your PC. Okay, so now that we have that, we want to get into the actual file. So see, I have this is my flash drive, and now I have a folder called student on this flash drive, and this is where I keep all of my college assignments and information that I need. Okay, but now if I go back here, when you first enter the flash drive here, I have a file called testsync.bat. Okay, it's called testsync, and it's a .bat, which is a Windows batch file. Okay. Now, I created this in Notepad++, which is down here. You can create it in regular Notepad too. You would just save it when you go to save it as, just save it as whatever you want, sync.bat, and it'll make it a batch file. I just use Notepad++ because it's got this nice formatting. So this is the code for the file. Okay, you can copy it, and I'll show you how to manipulate it to your needs. So basically, this is my menu right here. Okay, so I'll show you when I run it. But so it has my student folder right here, right? So basically this says if you choose option 1, which is student, then go to the student label. And this is where the sync occurs, where you copy. So I copy from my flash drive, the F drive, the student folder, and this copies it to a drive on my physical computer. So the hard drive on my computer, it copies it from the flash drive to the hard drive on my computer, and then it also copies it from the flash drive to my OneDrive right here. So basically what you want to do is all the work that you perform while you're in school and anything that you want to save, you save it to your flash drive, and then you can run this file and you press 1 and you can sync your student folder and back it up all automatically to your hard drive and to your cloud storage. So it can be accessed from any device, and you don't have to drag your computer with you anywhere. You can actually access it from your phone if you want to, and I'll show you that a little bit later here. But that's the goal. So what it does is it takes the files from my flash drive and it syncs it to my hard drive here on my computer, and also to my OneDrive. And I will demonstrate for you. So let's just say if we go into my hard drive and I go into my documents and my student folder here, right? We don't have an A1 test folder, right? We don't have one. So what we're gonna do is create one on the flash drive. I go back to my flash drive and I go into my student folder, create a new folder. I'm just doing an A1 test because it'll show up at the beginning when I go back in, so you can see it here. But it's not over here in my documents. And if we also go to my OneDrive, you can see it's not in here either, right? But it's on my flash drive. So we go back to my test sync file, and you need to right click it and click run as administrator. Click yes, and then see you have your menu here, okay? So you have your student. Let me fix that real quick because it looks ugly, so I'm just gonna fix the spacing on it. There we go. And let's run it again. It's a little bit nicer. So now, if I click 1, it's going to take the student folder and all the subfolders, all the subfiles, the whole entire student folder, and it's going to copy it over to the hard drive on my computer and OneDrive. Okay, so you just hit 1, hit enter, and it says 1 file copied. And the reason why it's, and see, now you can see it, it popped up over here on my hard drive and in my OneDrive now, right? Now the reason why it only copied the new file that or the new folder that I just created and not the rest of it is because in the code you specify, it's one of these slashes, I can't remember which one, but it only copies updated files, so files that have been changed. So if I went back and changed one of these files, like for example, I mean, it doesn't matter. If I just went in and I changed one of these files and ran the program again, then it would only copy that file over. So anytime you change something and you run this program, it only copies the files that have been changed. That's just to prevent it from copying every single file every time you run it. You know, it's just more efficient if it only copies the files that are changed, right? So, and like I said, say if I just copied a couple of these over for demonstration purposes into the A1 test and paste them in there, right? Now you can see they're not over here, but if we run the file again and copy student, now they show up and they're syncing to my OneDrive, okay? Which is great, you know? And not only can we access this, we can also access these files now from any device that has OneDrive. So if you have a tablet and has OneDrive, or if you have a phone that has OneDrive, you just sign in with the same email address that you use when you set up OneDrive down here on your device. So you'll sign in with that same email, and then I have my phone over here. Hold on a second. So this is my emulator on my phone. So now we can go to OneDrive and it's refreshing. There you go. Now we have the A1 test here as well, and you can open it up and you have your documents, you see? So it's great, and you can open them and view them right there on your phone, you know? Zoom in if you need to. You can even edit it if you have Word on your phone. And this is just really helps keep me organized. So anytime I get done doing work, any assignments, I just save them to my flash drive in my student folder, and then I just run this program and it syncs it, you know, so I don't have to take my computer with me to school all the time. All my assignments are right here on my phone. I can go on campus and hop on a computer, log into my OneDrive, and just print out assignments right there on campus. I mean, and this has all kinds of, not just my assignments, you know, it has, so I keep recommendations that I've acquired throughout my college career. I have, you know, professional things like essays that I've written for scholarships, important information to remember for interviews. I have my resume on here, and you can just pull up your resume, boom, right on your phone. You know what I mean? So it's just very convenient in staying organized throughout college, and it has been tremendously beneficial to me. So I hope that it's beneficial to you as well. If you have any questions or have trouble getting it set up, feel free to message me. I will leave the code, a link to the code here. There will be a link to it on my GitHub. I'll leave it in the description so you can just copy this, and you can manipulate this code however you see fit.
Get cookie with it.